तो बच्चों, so that was the question you would have got. So before that you got a question on tan inverse, and then again you remember how did we solve it? We solved it by breaking the general term as the difference of two consecutive terms. So this is how again we are going to try and solve this question, but I believe you would have found this question to be far better than the previous one, because see tan inverse में क्या है ना, tan inverse में you have that formula which we used in the last video. Last question, it is tan inverse of a minus b upon 1 plus ab, so it's clearly visible. But breaking sine inverse function to sine inverse difference of two sine inverse function might be a bit tricky here. So let us first write what the result is. So result is sine inverse x minus sine inverse of y, because see this thing only can help us in rearranging these terms of the general term and writing it again as the difference of two sine inverse terms. Okay, so the formula is sine inverse of x into under root of 1 minus y square minus y into under root of 1 minus x square बच्चों. Okay, so now let us write the general term. So therefore our S is, the series is, which is summation of sine inverse of root r. See, I will break it into two, because see we have negative sign here, we have negative sign here. At least that's one thing which match with the form which we are looking here. Okay, so root r upon root r into root of r plus 1, that's 1 here, minus under root of r minus 1 over root r into root of r plus 1. Okay, so see whatever we look here as x, we have to look at it here as 1 minus x square. यहाँ पे हम जो भी x देखेंगे उसके लिए हमें यहाँ पे अंडर रूट ऑफ 1 minus x square दिखना चाहिए. Okay, so see one temptation is root r gets cancelled, and then I think it will make the things a bit more difficult and complex. Okay, so what I tried here, I said okay, let us rewrite it as 1 by root r into root of r over r plus 1 minus, take this root r inside, root of r minus 1 by r into 1 over root of r plus 1. See bachcho, it's not that I just tried it as the first attempt, of course not. I also tried few things, and then after few attempts, maybe after 1 or 2 attempts, I got this thing. Okay, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने पहली ही बार देखा और समझ गया, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है बच्चों. ठीक है, थोड़ा सोचा, थोड़ा सा 1-2 बार कुछ चीज़ें ट्राई की, फिर अचानक से कुछ चीज़ें बहुत आराम से बैठ के ऑब्जर्व की, तो उसमें ये पाया, देखिए ये टर्म यदि x है, if this is our x, so if you simplify it, this will be our 1 minus x square under root. So let me rewrite it again. तो यहाँ पे s बन रहा है आपका summation of sine inverse of, so the first term is 1 by root r, so it's 1 by root r into under root of r upon r plus 1, चलिए इसको अभी ऐसे ही छोड़ देते हैं, minus 1 by r. See, if I tell this thing to you people that this was the biggest hint for me, ये और ये सबसे बड़ी हिंट थी, तो हमें यहाँ पे दिख गया कि ये हमारे लिए, this is x for me here, so now you all can see this is under root of 1 minus x square, so that means the second term will get settled on its own. तो यदि ये y है, so accordingly if this is our y, so this has to be 1 minus y square. Okay, so let's rewrite it. So ये हो जाएगा summation of sine inverse of 1 by root r, I am repeating, this is x for me, into, so and this is x for me now, and this is y for me. Okay, so 1 minus under root, so into under root of 1 minus 1 by y square, which is r plus 1. जब आप इसे सॉल्व करेंगे तो देखिए r plus 1 minus 1 got cancelled, तो r upon r plus 1, तो ये हो गया under root of 1 minus y square. Similarly, this is minus times under root of 1 minus x square, of course x is 1 by root r, so square is 1 by r, into 1 upon under root of r plus 1 बच्चों. तो फॉर्म क्या बना? So finally what we got, so therefore S is summation of sine inverse of x, which is 1 upon root r, minus sine inverse of y, विच इज 1 अपॉन रूट आर प्लस 1। अब ये अपने आप ही दो कॉन्जिक्यूटिव टर्म के डिफरेंस में आ गया। दैट वॉज नॉट डेलिबरेट। Okay, so while adjusting for x and y, I didn't deliberately try to keep x and y as consecutive. Of course not. सारा फोकस उस फॉर्म पे था, ये अपने आप सेटल हो जाएगा बच्चों यदि होना होगा। ठीक है, so this imply s is now go on putting, so rest we know are from 1 till n. I think it was 1 till n. Yeah, from r goes from 1 till n. So it will be sine inverse of 1 minus sine inverse of half, then half minus 1 by 3, so those will term get cancelled. This is the first term left, so the last term left will be with negative sign when you replace r by n plus 1. Okay, so that's it. So sine inverse of 1 you can definitely replace with pi by 2, so the answer will be pi by 2 minus sine inverse of 1 by square root of n plus 1 bachcho. Okay, so yet again a question based on breaking the general term to difference of two terms. Okay, so that I consider is a more important question here bachcho. Okay.